Hi, welcome to another video. This is Mr. Chow from EnglishTuition.org, and because the PSLE English oral examination is just next month, so let's do a quick video to teach students, right, how to start the conversation with proper PSLE starters, right? So this video is about 10 oral starters for the PSLE. And I know that some students do get a little bit nervous when it comes to sitting for the official national exam. So perhaps this is a good way to calm some nerves, because once you get the starter going, you're going to get the momentum, right? And you're going to forget about your nerves, right? And that will calm you down. And once you get the momentum, you're on the roll, and you should be able to get some content out quickly. All right, so with that, let's get started. First starter that we have, you can start with saying something like, I remember a time when, right? So this is recalling a personal recount. It's a flashback. So it goes something like, I remember a time when I peed in my bed, okay?
I got 56 ounces of fluid in my bladder, and we have to establish a pee corner.
But that's not a very good example, right? You want to come up with something that is more interesting than that. So there's no need to share content, right, about when you pee your bed, okay? Starter number 2. In my opinion, now this is a classic way to share with the examiner that you do have a view, right? You do have an opinion and that you have thought about the issue before. So you go, in my opinion, the best way to score for a PSLE oral examination is to laugh whenever one has nothing to say. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, once again, bad example, do not do that, right? Nervous laughs will not add any marks to your PSLE score, right? So just try your best to give the content and share your opinion, all right? Starter number 3, I feel that. Now you use this phrase whenever you have some emotions that you would like to share, all right? So for example, you can say that I feel that the toilets in my school are super dirty. Well, the school cleaners are going to come after you if you say that, right? So you say, I feel that the toilets in my school are super clean, all right? To be more politically correct, okay? Starter number 4. One experience I had was, so this is another way, right, to start, to signal that you're sharing a personal experience, right? And you go, one experience I had was the food court was so crowded that I had to wait for an hour before I could find some seats, you know, and then you start to tell your story, all right? So this is only a starter. One experience I had was, all right? Another way of starting, right, by giving your subjective view, your opinion. To me, studying for exams is nothing. It is so easy, right? Then you follow up the smart look. Right, so easy, man. Okay? Well, forget the smart look for the exam, right? Okay, just start with, to me, this is like this. To me, this is like that, right? This is a good way to share your beliefs or maybe your values, right? Starter number 6, I once. This is another good way to start a personal recount. I once stepped on someone's toes accidentally. He was red in the face and almost wanted to hit me.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping!
Now, this is a good starter, right? And I think in this example, you can see already you are using some good phrasing. So just a gentle reminder here that you want to drop in good phrases, good words along the way as you do the PSLE oral exam, okay? Starter number 7. I've always thought that, right? Another phrase that you can show your belief, right? So I've always thought it's fine to use the handphone while walking on the footpath, right? But I learned a painful lesson when I was almost hit by a cyclist. Okay, so this is a good way. See, once you get started and then you talk about the incident, right? Because you're recalling and it's very vivid in your memory, okay? Starter number 8. when I was younger, well, you're 12 years old, so how much younger can you get, right? Try not to talk about when you were 2 years old, 3 years old, like you have very little memory, okay? Maybe 1 or 2 years back, okay? When I was younger, I used to bully my baby brother. We fought over toys. However, my parents taught me that bullying is wrong. Never bully your baby siblings, okay? Now we are very close and we play Monopoly together. Yay!
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, starter number 9. A time I felt really proud was when, so this phrase is very good when talking about your own personal achievements, right? So I felt really proud. A time I felt really proud was when I passed my English exam with flying colors. Well, maybe that's your dream, right? Okay, but you should do well, right? And you should feel proud if you have done well, okay? And the last and final starter number 10, is I noticed that, right? So whatever you observe, whatever you see, you can always share. And you start with this. I observed that, I noticed that, I saw that, okay? I noticed that girls are better behaved than boys in class. Well, this is going to be a really unpopular comment.
Boo this man!
Because it's not true, right? It's not true, right? Okay, so with that, before I get even more unpopular, I'm going to end this video. So for those who are serious about taking lessons, you know where to find me, EnglishTuition.org. Do remember to leave a like and a subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. Good luck for your PSLE oral examination, and I look forward to talking to you again in the next video. Bye bye.